Hi, my name is Aaron and I am a nutrition and dietetics graduate and I graduated on the year 2014. I consider myself quite lucky to have landed the job in Medifoods is because upon graduation, one of my lecturer actually recommended me to attend the interview in Medifoods because she personally knew the founder. So when I went for the interview, at that point Medifoods is a no-brainer to join is because they wanted to share nutritional knowledge to the entire community, as well as they wanted to be a solid business that can grow over the years and expand everywhere. So this was an opportunity for me to practice my nutrition and dietetic skill knowledge around the community, as well as to build myself up to understand what business is and to what it takes to be an entrepreneur. So at that point of time, the transition was all about balance. I had to understand that as much as I want to practice my nutrition and dietetic skills, I have to understand what the business needs. So if the business need requires more operation or marketing or branding or accounting, then I have to be more involved in that area and put my nutrition and dietetic skills on hold. But that being said, I'm still able to practice my nutrition and dietetic skill whenever I want in the current setting I am. I think it's really important to understand your strength and weaknesses. Your strength being what you are really good at, and your weaknesses is something that you acknowledge that you are not so good at, but you're willing to learn and improve. So if we put this in a practical manner, for example, handing out your resume to a particular company, you would like to emphasize on what you can improve on this aspect of the company using your strengths, and as well as mentioning to the company your weaknesses, and how you are willing to learn and improve over time in this company, exploiting your weaknesses into opportunity. I think this really gives a genuine vibe towards any company, and they are more than willing to actually bring you into an interview. And when you are sitting for an interview, I just strongly believe it's about expressing the keen interest of working with a particular company and growing with that company for the years to come, or for however long you are going to stay with that company. Medifoods is a company that is split between three core business. The first being F&B, the second being grocery and retail, and the third being nutritional counseling and health talks. Being a nutrition and dietetics graduate, I'm able to use my skills and knowledge to improve the business in all three aspects. For example, in F&B, I'm constantly dealing with the chef on how can we improve our dishes and at the same time maintaining it being healthy, balanced and tasty. And in the grocery and retail segment, it is my job to ensure that each and every product that gets into the shelves of Medifoods are all organic, natural, safe for consumption, and do not contain any of those claims that can harm my consumers, or false claim as you put it. And lastly, in the nutritional counseling and health talk area, it is something that I'm very comfortable and happy that I can share my knowledge, be it one-on-one with families or doing it as a health talk as it is in any of our Medifoods outlet. And that's something that I feel very happy that I can ensure that the community gets more accessible knowledge to lead a better and healthier lifestyle. To be frank, that's not so much about what I needed to change at the very beginning of my job, but it's more of what I needed to focus on. For example, when I first started the business, what I needed to focus on was on how to run as a manager, and at the same time learn a little bit more on accounting. These two are the key points or the key areas that I needed to focus on so that the business could have run smoothly. And after that, I could have practiced my dietetic skills in the three key areas that I mentioned earlier. To put it simple, when the pandemic hits us, our business fell nearly 60 to 70%, and that was a really tough time for us. The most immediate thing that we did during this pandemic was to refocus the business into what the community really needed. And at that point of time, we've refocused our business entirely into the grocery and retail segment. At this time, all families were ready to stockpile on vegetables and whatever they can get their hands on to cook a good meal for their families. And that's what exactly we did. We got in varieties that enable families and friends to actually cook up a good and healthy meal at home, and our customers really see this effort that is done from us, and they were continuously supporting us during this hard time. The second thing that we did was we enabled in-house delivery, where we actually started to build our own platform, and we start to give these new services to our constant customers in Medifoods. And the third thing we did was to streamline our entire menu into few simple dishes that is easily cooked and managed by our smaller team because of the COVID, and deliver this to our customer as well. I think the greatest opportunity that we got during this time, that we are able to reconsolidate our company and to really look at our company structures and also improve on the efficiency of what our company can do even with a smaller team after this COVID. And at the same time, we had time to build up platforms and services to better service our customers, such as the food delivery platform as well as our grocery delivery platform. And lastly, we had an opportunity to build better relationships with our ongoing support customers that have been loyal to us and continuously giving us their loyal support during this hard time. Fortunately for me, I had a really strong management team, and we all had an understanding that we have to sacrifice a little bit so that the company can push through. So it was really a mentality of what we can do to ensure the company's survival. And that is what we were really focused on. That is solutions to make sure that the company can survive, rather than being fixated on any other uncertainties.